is so much fun. But to go through an entire existence and never do LSD would be really, really unfortunate. And I'm not like, I did it a few times. It never like addicts you. It's not that type of drug. You can do it and then never do it again if you wanted, or you could do it once and then do it 5 years later, and like you don't lose control of yourself or your faculties. You don't know that it's, you know, like you see stuff, yeah, but you know that you're tripping. It's not scary. It's not like a dream. You're completely with it. But you're so fucking happy, and you will laugh and laugh and laugh and laugh and laugh. Like we'll have conversations like this and like say funny shit. We'll laugh and laugh and laugh, and then we'll laugh at like a mud puddle that we saw some weird thing in, and then like we'll
So you've done it 3 times?
It's amazing. No, I've done it more than 3 times. I was just saying you could. I haven't done it in years. Again, like it's not the type of drug that makes you this crazy addict. Well, neither is crack or coke, for that matter. People are like, you do crack once, you turn into an addict forever, you're destroyed. That's total bullshit. I've only seen a couple people get real addicted to coke or crack. Same difference, but I've only seen a couple people get real bad with it. Most everybody else, they could do it 6 months straight and then just say, fuck it, I'm bored, and put it down. And the people that have a problem with it, it's like, if they had had a choice of a different drug, they probably would have done that instead, and they wouldn't have got so addicted to that one. But Prohibition made it so, like, whatever, big shipment of coke made it through, and then that was all they had for a few months, and it was the wrong biochemical for their chemistry. That particular phenotype expression was not lined out with that. That's one of the things I realized, was that if you have choices, you don't get drug problems. Like, I was getting pretty bad with alcohol, and I was only doing it because it was the only drug around all the time. And I knew it wasn't any good for me, and I knew there were other drugs that were better for me. That's when you're like, you really know that Prohibition is a fucking problem. You think about it, you were walking around the jungle for millions of years. There's no laws. There's nobody who's going to come and like throw a spear in your face. Okay.
So I'm just gonna back out, or I might just stay in here. And I'll be back.
Well,
in a
just
minute,
make your controller, hold your controller and make it spin around in a circle so you don't get booted. And right, you're just like talking 30 seconds,
like,
right?
Too far away, kind of to do that. It's gonna be like 3-4 minutes actually.
Oh well, you'll get booted anyway, so yeah, you might as well just back out so they're not killing you.
All right. Well, I'll just join you up when I get back.
Okay. So, my ancestors, they probably were seeking cocaine. Like they would find cocaine every day, or collect a bunch of it and whatever, make tea and shit, and get all fucked up every day. And like coffee too. Coffee some days, coca leaves another day, like something that made you trip out the next day, and then like the next 2 days probably like hunting lots of food, or like trapping an animal, or like fucking bitches, just fucking every bitch in the tribe. Like then you're back to doing drugs again. That's the natural human state of existence. Finding shit to eat, finding shit to stick in your mouth, and finding holes to stick your dick in. That is what we do. And now we do a lot of other things, but those are the most natural things that we do. I really do think that drugs are very natural, and the world has blown them all out of
Makes you
proportion.
wonder, like, what came first, the chicken or the egg? Like, are we susceptible to all these substances because, like, as like pre-human life forms, we were just eating the shit, you know? And so, like, eventually those chemicals plugged into our neural pathways. Because, like, the shit is there, you know? Like, there's a reason why it works and why other plants don't do shit to us, you know?
I touch on this in Tier 0 and Tier 1 of my series. I touch on this, where I talk about how these things emerged, these interactions emerged. And I guess I could make a video dedicated to explaining it further down the line. But magnetotactic bacteria have the ability to sense the Earth's magnetic field and know the difference between up and down. Can feel gravity, basically. That's all they really can do, is eat shit and feel gravity. And then other microbes, other bacteria or microorganisms clustered around them and started communicating with them through biochemistry. So one of the ways that life evolved to communicate is through biochemistry. Like when we identify a mate, we do it through pheromones as well as looks. And when we eat a plant in nature, it is biochemically communicating with us, and it's signaling our body to do certain things so that we are in tune with the natural order and the systems, so we don't eat ourselves out of house and home or whatever, so that we are, you know, happy and like not destroying shit and destroying each other. And like, it is a very harmonious balance. And we have broken that balance in the modern world with religious morality has interfered with our natural instincts and the course that we should be taking. And I don't like should. Should might be too harsh of a word, because for all I know, expanding and changing and doing things differently is the natural course, and that's what we're supposed to do, is change as we increase in complexity. And maybe it's happened tons of times, but I see a lot of problems that are being caused by it. That's so I say should, and I refer to anything that we do that is so far past or it's against the natural, very core of our existence. When we start doing stuff like that, I call it corruptions. So greed is a corruption. We have been tribal, strength in numbers. If someone was awesome at something, it was because we all helped them to get there, because we're all passing knowledge and like supporting each other and like saving each other from a fucking pack of hyenas, and like nobody does anything alone. So if anybody achieves something awesome, we'd just be excited. We'd be happy and we'd be excited that something